Hello friends, Happy New Year and I hope you've had a great start to 2025. I started my YouTube journey back in June 2024 and I've had so much fun making these videos, chatting with you in the comments and of course learning a lot more about the game from you. Here are some of the best Stardew Valley community tips I've seen on my channel in 2024. But before we dive in, a big thank you to those who've watched any one of my videos or left a comment. I truly appreciate the support, and if you're new here, feel free to say hi in the comments or click on that subscribe button for more content like this. The first tip has to do with fishing. In the 1.6 update, you can now get the bait maker recipe at level 6 fishing, which allows you to create targeted bait from any fish. Inserting one fish will create 5 to 10 targeted bait of that fish and increases the chances of catching that fish. Use this to catch more high-value fish like catfish or sturgeon to earn gold quickly. Another powerful addition in the 1.6 update is the fish smoker, which doubles the sell price of your fish. The fish smoker stacks with artisan, fisher, and angler professions, and you can earn tons of gold if you spend all day catching high-value fish and placing them in the fish smoker. In one of my videos on how to make more gold in Stardew Valley, one of the tips included starting on the Riverlands farm to get a free fish smoker and buying up to 7 cabins from Robin for 100 gold each to get 7 extra smokers. This is extremely useful since the cave jellies needed to craft fish smokers don't come by easily, and the cabins can also be used as sheds to fully utilize the space on your farm. Some additional tips include removing the cabins you built after grabbing the free fish smokers so that you can have greater flexibility to do what you want with the space. Another alternative is to start with the maximum amount of houses so that you don't need to spend any gold at all building cabins. The next tip is to get the fiberglass rod and stick with it for a while, since the next fishing rod upgrade, the iridium rod, costs 7,500 gold, which is quite a big sum early game. Instead of buying that, save up to get the fish smoker, especially if you're not starting on the Riverlands farm. Fish smokers make all the difference, and I like to place all my high-value fish in a chest to smoke once I've obtained enough items to craft the fish smoker. If you're having trouble fishing, you can adjust the settings in your game to zoom in. While it doesn't increase the bar size, it does make the bar look bigger and could help you progress and level up your fishing. In the 1.6 update, pans can now be enchanted at the forge, and you can enchant it with the Fisher Enchantment to obtain fish from panning spots. This also includes obtaining legendary fish from panning spots that spawn at the appropriate locations, giving you a chance to get more than one legendary fish in your save file. After catching your legendary fish, you can also place it in a fish pond and it will produce legendary roe. An aged roe sells for more than 7,000 gold with the artisan profession. Or as this comment points out, the generous enchantment can also be rather useful as it increases the maximum amount of non-ore items that can be obtained from panning, including things like diamond, omni geodes, or coal. Another new addition in the 1.6 update is the mushroom log, which produces between 1 to 5 mushrooms every 4 days. The recipe is obtained at level 4 foraging, and the quantity of mushrooms produced increases with the number of wild trees planted around it, and the type of mushroom depends on the type of trees nearby. To get the rare purple mushrooms, plant more mystic trees near your mushroom logs and place them in preserved jars to get pickled mushrooms that sell for 770 gold with the artisan profession. As this tip points out, you can plant trees in various maps including the desert, quarry, or your Ginger Island farm and harvest the mushrooms to dehydrate them. Placing them in dehydrators will give you 2,660 gold using 5 mushrooms, which is less than the 3,850 gold you get from placing 5 mushrooms in preserved jars, but it only takes 1 day to finish processing, whereas preserved jars will take 2 to 3 days to process your mushrooms. Another great foraging tip is to save forageables to make seasonal seeds instead of selling them directly to earn more gold. For instance, 10 spring seeds can be crafted using 1 daffodil, dandelion, leek, and wild horseradish each. The 10 spring seeds will sell for 350 gold, while a set of regular quality ingredients of the 4 forageables only sell for 180 gold. This makes it almost twice as profitable to craft and sell spring seeds instead of the individual forageables. Alternatively, you can also plant the seeds to gain foraging XP when you harvest them and craft even more seeds. Speaking of seeds, do plant your mahogany tree seeds on your farm since the trees can spread via seeds there. Hardwood is always needed to craft your horse stable, truffle oil machines, or to unlock the boat to Ginger Island, so definitely replant your mahogany seeds after chopping the trees down. In spring, kale is one of the better crops to plant early game since they give more XP than parsnips for the same returns. This cool tip outlines a pretty great strategy to plant both kale seeds and parsnip seeds, saving up for strawberry seeds between spring 8th to 12th, and then buying more kale seeds and parsnip seeds after spring 13. This will allow you to level up your farming quicker and unlock more crafting recipes and professions. Dinosaur eggs are now a great way for you to make money, with the addition of books like the Treasure Appraisal Guide in the 1.6 update. The Treasure Appraisal Guide triples the sell price of all artifacts, and since dinosaur eggs are considered an artifact, an iridium quality egg will sell for 2,100 gold. You can obtain the Treasure Appraisal Guide either from Artifact Trolls or from the bookseller starting year 3. With this book, you should only turn dinosaur eggs into mayo if it's lower than silver quality. Some additional friendship tips include befriending Pam to get beer or batteries in the mail, and befriending Linus early on to get the wild bait recipe at 4 hearts, which gives you a chance of catching 2 fish at once. Other general tips include giving your horse a carrot to get an all-day speed boost. Not immediately breaking golden coconuts obtained if you want specific loot from the volcano, since the volcano doesn't spawn more golden coconuts in the dungeon chests until you break open the first one at Clint's. The last tip is to not pay for perfection waivers to bypass certain useful items. The 1.6 update introduced perfection waivers, which can be obtained after you unlock the mushroom cave near the dig site on Ginger Island. Fizz will offer you perfection waivers which increase your perfection score by 1% each time for the price of 500,000 gold to bypass perfection challenges. As this tip points out, while it's relatively cheaper to purchase perfection waivers rather than items like the golden clock or the obelisk, you'll want to avoid skipping things like the obelisk or return scepter, since fast travel is really important and using totems isn't sustainable in the long run. And those are just some of the great tips I've come across in the comments on my channel. I do go through all of them when I can, so feel free to pop by the comment section to say hi or leave a comment if you have more Stardew Valley tips to share. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.